Bitcoin, crypto, stocks, everything. It's all facing a worrying rejection right now. Fear is the word of the day, isn't it? Everybody's freaking the F out, man, in markets right now. I want to talk about what's going on in the stock markets. I want to talk about what's going on in the cryptocurrency markets. Look at some altcoin charts. There is some things going on we need to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into it. Answering your questions second half of the stream. So make sure to stick around for the good times. Let's go. So have a look here. This is the NASDAQ one. I know. We're talking about the NASDAQ again. We're talking about the S&P 500. Well, guess what? That's what we got to talk about right now because, yeah, things have been a bit rough recently, haven't they? Yeah. So check this out. The NASDAQ 100 has finished the last 2 days in the green, which is good. However, I would like to draw your attention to this right here, which is that 1, 2, 3. The last 3 green days have also seen intense sell pressure come in. See these big wicks to the upside, huge amounts of sell pressure, not fantastic in particular. Plus, we're still trading below all the relevant moving averages, the 20-day, the 200-day, and the 200-day simple moving average. Now, down here, we do have a little bit of hopium that we could have a MACD bull cross coming in, especially if we close today green for the NASDAQ. So let's see. S&P 500 looking at a pretty similar spot, doing a little bit better than the NASDAQ here because it's actually at least getting rejected from the 200-day EMA. But it's the same situation. Huge wicks here. You see those? Means there's a lot of sell side pressure coming in anytime there's a rally, okay? But we also have this, another potential MACD bullish crossover. Now, you got to look at the power of these bullish crossovers when they happen. So last time we had one of these MACD bullish crossovers, well, I mean, it's crazy how far down we've come to MACD, how much fear there's been on a relatively small move in the market, okay? Check this out. So the last time we had a very big move under the zero line here on the MACD, this was back in August around the yen carry trade sell-off dealio. Now look, mid-August, we actually got the MACD bull cross coming back in, okay? After which prices started to recover. Now, it's worth pointing out that from July all the way until September, prices did not recover to previous highs. It took some months, okay? When damage gets done in the market, it doesn't immediately V-curve straight back up. Similarly, back here in April, we had a relatively similar situation in terms of a sell-off, and that topped in March 28th, and we didn't hit new highs until a few months later. That was a pretty quick recovery in the grand scheme of things, okay? So just keep in mind that we're not expecting new highs in a week or 2 weeks, or might even be a few months. Now, global M2 is pumping, okay? That's going to lift up stocks. That's going to lift up crypto. Okay. Now, probably we just need to survive until the end of April. And in the end of April, we'll start seeing global M2 catching up. People will start getting excited about the Fed meeting in May when we're probably going to get a rate cut. So a lot can happen between now and then. That's 6 weeks away, man. Survive. Okay. Survive. S&P 500 E-mini futures opening slightly in the red today. Not very much, 0.26% down. Let's see how the actual trading goes and how the day finishes. 0x JPEG here. Yeah, 0x JPEG here saying, makes sense to still be bearish, to be honest. 15 other instances where the S&P 500 lost the 200-day moving average, and only 2 other instances where the correction was equal or less shallow than it is currently. The average drawdown after losing the 200-day MA ends up being minus 28%, and the median is 25%. That's big. That's big. Now, the question is are these just standard corrections, a growth scare, or is this going to be some kind of real new horrific bear market that comes in? That's the question everybody's facing right now. Is it a bear trap? Is this just a temporary sell-off, a growth scare, uncertainty around what's going to happen with tariffs and all that? Or is this something more fundamentally different that's going to send everything down to zero? Joe McCann saying there are two, this is quoting Goldman Sachs, there are 2 paths to cuts. Normalization cuts back toward neutral if tariffs fall short of expectations and inflation ends up lower, or insurance cuts if tariffs or other policy changes create enough downside risks. Please explain to me how the Fed is hawkish. Yes, Fed's dovish. They're going to cut no matter what. The only question is when. Okay, the only question is when. Interesting chart here shared by Bar Chart. $4.5 trillion of options are set to expire today now, I guess. The great majority of that are puts. So the S&P 500 max paying price is currently 580. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That could, short term, be a little bit of a boon for the S&P 500. Let's see how it goes today, of course, but that could be a good thing for us. Let's see how it plays out. Guys, we're trading the cryptocurrency markets. I know you guys are trading the cryptocurrency markets. We want a great place to do that. No KYC, no VPN, no bullshit, okay? BitUnix might be the place you've been looking for. I know some of you guys, depending on where you live, aren't able to access some of these great services. Well, because there's no KYC, no VPN, anybody anywhere can use BitUnix. That means all you have to do is click the link down below. You can start longing, shorting, because there's always money to be made in these markets. If you have the right mindset, you can always make money, guys, okay? And when you use the link down below, you can get $10 for free on sign up. Plus, you can get 20% deposit bonus. You deposit $1,000, get $200 back, and up to $2,000 in trading bonuses. So go check it out. Link down below in the description where you can get signed up and start enjoying trading all the major cryptocurrencies. Check it out. So, Bitcoin, nice little correction came in yesterday. Now we got all the way up to $87,500. Nice move by Bitcoin. Came back down. We're currently sitting just around $84,000. A pretty important area of price control. You can see this was the lows back here and resistance here. Now, are we flipping this previous resistance from basically, let's say, March 10th to March 18th into support here? Or are we going to lose that? Currently, the price is trading back. Oh, man, we're at such a crazy critical area right now for the price of Bitcoin. Just look at this. 200-day simple moving average, green line. Purple line, 200-day EMA. Yellow line, 20-day EMA. And the price is within just a couple $1,000s of taking out all of that. All you need is for the price to get back up to let's say $86,000. And we're on, baby. It's going. It's rock and roll time. Okay. That takes out all the major moving averages I want to see taken out. Hey, the 50-day EMA is a bit farther up, but I mean, take back the 20-day and the 200-day at the same time. I'm all about that. Fantastic. Problem is we rejected here. Stock markets are rejecting at critical levels. Bitcoin rejecting at critical levels. Now, a bit of hopium here for you, if we will, is that we are still in an uptrend. I know wider macro downtrend in play here. Okay, I get it. But could we be seeing at least temporary reversal in markets? Well, if Bitcoin can hold above, let's say, $83,000, then we're heading in the right direction. So let's see. Again, critical line of horizontal support and resistance, uptrending line here as well. Potentially trying to set up some kind of a new uptrend here for Bitcoin. Now, maybe we come back down here and this was not the actual signal we hoped to be. And maybe that new higher low is over here, for example, around $80,000 or $82,000. But so far, that's what we got to look at. Okay. Now, what's interesting this week is we had decent inflows into Bitcoin ETF products, which is relatively encouraging. It means Wall Street is nibbling at these current price levels. So we had 270 million on Monday, 209 million on Tuesday. We don't have, of course, Friday's numbers yet because Friday hasn't happened yet. Anyway, it's been pretty good so far this week. We've had about $600 million, give or take a few million. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Not bad. Now, it ain't no like $2 billion single days, but you know what? I'll take $600 million in inflows. That's not too bad, to be honest. Okay, so this is interesting too. Bitfinex whales are long as F right now. It's been over a year since whales on Bitfinex have been this long on Bitcoin. And they started getting mega long on Bitcoin at the start of March. Very interesting. So right back here, of course, is when they started getting very, very long on Bitcoin. And they got extra long on Bitcoin from mid-March. Very, very interesting. Do the Bitfinex whales know something? Are they just that good? Let's see. John says, Lark, I'm all in on crypto, but I'm thinking of diversifying. What do you think of Tesla stock at these levels? Well, I bought some Tesla stocks the other day. Well, we can talk about stocks here in a minute. Actually, let's pull up a Tesla chart. Why not? Screw it. We got, what else are we doing here? Let's bring up a Tesla chart real quick. I bought some Tesla stocks the other day just because I basically looked and was like, holy shit, that's down a lot currently. Let's see what we got here. So looks like an altcoin chart. Hilarious. So it's down 52% currently, well under all the major moving averages. You're a little bit of hopium here on this chart right here. Check this out. Look at this MACD, man. What a wild ride from 26th December when it topped out. Look at that wild ride down. Currently trying to flip the MACD bullish on the daily. That's interesting. Okay, I dig it. Let's see what the RSI is looking like currently. You could categorize that as an RSI breakout. You know, it's not a lot of fantastic touch points here, to be honest, but okay, sure. Let's categorize that as an RSI breakout, because why the heck not? A little bit of hopium charts there for you, but you know, if you want to see some real strength build back into this for a trade, you want to see the 20-day EMA getting taken back out, okay? But I looked at it like, screw it, man. It's down 52% or whatever when I bought it, which I bought around 230, I think. Felt like a good place to buy for a long-term hold, considering everything that they've got going on, man. Anyway, continuing. Where are we at here? Yes. This chart here shared by Mr. Crypto. Critical resistance for Bitcoin. Yep. That big range we were in for a while, $90,000, $92,000. Yeah. That's going to be the big layer to get back over. Get back over that. We're off to the races, man. We're off to the races. I saw a Tesla broke down the side of the road the other day. Well, you know, cars break down, tires go flat, shit happens. I have a Tesla, man. I've had 3 Teslas now. I love them all. They're great. Big fan. I've been loading up on Tesla. Man, clarity. You know, when you look at like the Optimus robots and stuff, Tesla is one of the best ways on public markets right now to get exposure to humanoid robots, which is, I love the cars, okay? But for me, Tesla and the humanoid robots, oh my God, that's going to be such a big thing. And okay, I'm not going to make like $1 million X or whatever for my Tesla bags, but I'll keep nibbling. Why not? I like it. I think it's a company that's going to do well in the future. Now we can get completely off base here and start going down the stock rabbit hole. But let's keep going on crypto, okay? Mag sharing this one at the Scalping Pro. So is this just a relatively standard correction? So this is the 2017 charts here. Man, if we are playing this 2017 playbook, whoo, baby, prices are going to go way higher. Let's see. Use a gas generator to charge the Tesla. Yeah, I don't know why people are burning. That's crazy. It's actually irrational on Tesla right now. Yeah, anyway, but not everywhere is able to charge their cars in the same way. When I lived in New Zealand, it was actually very efficient. I lived in one of the sort of most renewable energy powered cities in New Zealand and one of the most renewable energy powered countries in the world. So charging up my EV back there was all on like wind power, right? But now in Dubai, I guess I'm just charging it by burning some natural gas over there. But anyway, let's continue. So interesting chart here by another one by Mr. Crypto here. $2 billion in shorts will get liquidated at $87,000. Short squeeze incoming. Maybe. You got to get back up to $87,000 first, but I can see a short squeeze coming in and putting the pressure on here. Great chart from CryptoCon as well. No need to overcomplicate things. All of crypto is at support. Very, 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 very true. The big time frame stuff, the big moves on Bitcoin, all that, like we're at major support for quite a few things here. Okay. Need to buy some Google instead. Google's pretty beaten down too. Maybe I will buy some Google. I don't know. Buy a few more stocks. US tech stocks pretty beaten up right now. Ali sharing this. Crypto capital inflows from 135 billion in December to 3 billion today. Dudes, that is a wild drawdown. Wild drawdown. Frenchy Rider, what happened to sell in May and go away? May's still a few months away. Let's pray. Let's pray to Satoshi here. Holy shit. Well, you know, there'll be no selling in May and going away if the markets don't go up. Let's see how we go, though. The idea was that, you know, hey, maybe Q1 will be bullish. No, Q1 has been not bullish. Let's just put it that way. Another one here, Mr. Crypto. The Fed is ending QT. Last time they did QT Bitcoin dominance collapse. That's very interesting. So this is QT stops here. This is in late mid 2018. Yeah. All right. So yeah, right there. And then Bitcoin. All right. So QT starts. Yep. And that's when the bear market started essentially. And we saw Bitcoin take dominance way up. Altcoins got slaughtered. Then in 2019, QT stops. Altcoins start taking off as Bitcoin dominance continues to fall for a while, right? Not an immediate effect. Took a little while for that to grind down, but you can see QT there. Now QT starts here. Bitcoin dominance rises, and then you can see QT stopping here. Will we have a similar? We have a very small data set here, mind you, but let's see if that plays out or not. Andrew here sharing 2 ETF exec sources on ETH sentiment. Negativity is way overdone. Only a social media thing. Adjustments to include staking will be huge. Expect staking change to happen in Q2 for ETF. Staking and yield will be a significant differentiator in ETH versus Bitcoin for TradFi retail. Interesting. Okay, well, also, you got to remember there's a Solana ETF coming probably in April, which is when the next deadline is. Solana ETFs will also get staking, except they'll have better rewards. Yeah. ETH, man. ETH. Hey, 360,000 Ethereum were withdrawn from exchanges in the last 48 hours. Now, there's a lot of reasons why people can be drawing a bunch of ETH from exchanges, but maybe they're buying. Maybe they're buying because they're bullish and they think, damn, it's at a great discount right now. Let's hope. Let's hope that's the case. Ethereum rejected the 20-day EMA. Didn't even get back up to the key area of price resistance. Almost, but not quite. Currently sitting at, well, the price resistance here, trying to flip that into support. Now, if we flip this area at 1950 into support and bounce higher, good. You fail here, bad news bears for Ethereum bulls, man. XRP, bread garlic house coin. Now, had a nice little breakout yesterday. Currently sitting back at the 20-day EMA. Now, maybe that's an interesting spot for a long. Maybe that's an interesting spot for a long, man. Lark, would you ever consider moving to the Cayman Islands for tax benefits? Well, you know, not to say that I've exclusively moved to Dubai for tax benefits, but it was definitely part of the consideration. Actually, I think the move to Dubai was really about lifestyle, security, being closer to family, all that kind of stuff. But man, the tax benefits are definitely like, yeah, baby, let's go. Would you move to the would I move to the Cayman? For me, the Cayman Islands, I don't know. I prefer the city life, but if you enjoy that sort of quieter life, yeah, man, the Cayman Islands could be a great opportunity for you, as long as you're not an American, because then you just have to pay taxes anywhere you go in the world, because you know your passport is gonna follow you all around the world, unfortunately. Anyway, that's an interesting spot here for XRP. If markets can not puke their guts out today, stock markets, I mean, then maybe there's an interesting long opportunity there on a retest of the 20-day EMA. But if you were going to play that, run that a relatively tight stop, because you lose 20-day EMA and you could see a bit further price decrease come in pretty quickly on that. This is the total 3. Total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum rejected at the 200-day EMA, lost the 20-day EMA. Not fantastic, to be honest. Solana rejected yesterday at 20-day EMA, holding vaguely on this uptrend line, but that's not a wildly strong narrative at the moment, to be honest. Let's see how it plays out over the weekend. Let's see how it plays out in stocks today. Yeah. Let's see how that goes right there. But currently price sitting at an interesting point. Now, maybe that's an interesting long opportunity, at least back up to the 20-day EMA, which is not a super big long, 126 to 135. But if it holds on this uptrend line, then maybe it's good for bounce. Again, depending on how stocks play out today. Aptos, man, so close. We got up there. We got one daily candle above the 20-day EMA, and then down we go again. Shit. But that's just markets right now, man. They're super weak, and you can just see every major coin. We've been talking about this for weeks on end, and it just keeps happening. All these coins keep getting rejected. The 20-day EMA. Look, Aptos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe really count 7 rejections so far. So the name of the game probably has been shorting these 20-day EMA retests. Now, one time it's going to not be that, and it's going to pump. You can actually see the EMAs starting to flatten out here as price has really been consolidating more down here at the bottom, even though we got 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections now in the 20-day EMA. the intensity of the downtrend has actually slowed down significantly. Okay, look at this. So initially, you can see very strong downtrend moves, move down from $13 all the way down here. Okay, look, very steep move down. But now the EMA is starting to flatten out relatively. And so it's flattened out quite a bit in previous weeks, ever since we kind of hit off the low here at $4.60 or whatever on the 3rd of February on the big liquidation day. Ever since then, price has been, trending ever so slightly down, with the sort of lows going just a little bit lower each time. But overall, it's been relatively just consolidating in this area. So that's interesting. Let's see if it can keep consolidating there or not. Magnificent. Yes. For $135,000, you can get a passport that registers you as a civilian of the world, no taxes, live anywhere. Yes and no. So look, it depends on the exact program. I think a lot of the programs are about $100,000 to $150,000 for a Caribbean passport. I got a Grenada passport. I made a video on it. You can go find that video online here. But you can buy like a Grenada passport, a St. Kitts and Nevis passport. Quite a few different passports around the world are available basically for sale. You make a donation to the country and they literally give you a passport because the system's fucked up and broken, and that's how it works. Anyway, you can buy one of those passports, and then if you are a U.S. citizen, you would have to renounce your U.S. citizenship in that particular situation. But it depends on what you're doing. As Stacy says here, the U.S. is going to be crypto tax-free. We still haven't got exact confirmation on that, but if that happens, well, then you can actually go and enjoy some of those lifestyles in other countries. Still get your second passport, because why the heck not have a plan B? But yeah, if Trump really does get the no tax on crypto stuff through, it'll still be pretty big. What will be interesting too is that if they pass it in a way, it's like you got to hold for more than a year. If you're a trader, okay. If you're a trader, then yeah, you're still going to get taxed pretty heavily. You might want to consider moving in that situation. But anyway, that's a different conversation. But yeah, depending where you live and depending on what situation you're at in your life, maybe a second passport is an interesting idea for you. It's relatively easy to find them. There's a lot of programs out there. I got mine through a company called Henley Global. So they can help you get set up with golden visas or second passports in a wide variety of countries. And it's not that actually expensive. You'd be surprised. SUI, like all the other major sort of hot altcoins right now, rejected the 20-day EMA again. Fartcoin at least dominating mind share here. One of the most talked about coins online at the moment. That's not stopping the price from correcting. Probably coming back down here for a 20-day EMEA retest. Let's see how that plays out here. Would kind of line up with this uptrend line here as well. So let's see how that plays out in the next day or two. If this meme can hold up, or if it's just going to go back down to damn Hades or not. Let's see. Okay. Bitcoin, it's interesting. Bitcoin moves by 0.5%. All the altcoins move by like 2 or 3%. It's pretty crazy. Lark, I can't take it anymore. Please just adopt me. To say I'm exhausted by these swings is to say nothing. Dude, I know exactly how you feel. It's an exhausting industry to work in. It's an exhausting industry to invest in. Really, like some days, sign of the time. Some days I'm just like, man, I start an e-com business, man. Duck for oblivious. Some crypto influencers have been losing their bearish brains over the last week. Glad to see you're neutral and keeping a level and long-term head and shoulders. Thanks, man. I'm just trying to give you guys the data the way that I see it. Obviously we're in downtrends across the board for all the major crypto assets, but there's still a hopium case. And even if we go to shit in the short term, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, guys. It's all good. It's just the way markets work. Hey, Lark, one for the Dubai residents. I'm wondering where is the best locally here to cash out to AED when we want to take some profits from our wallets. Ryan, there's a few different places, but I've been using Bit Oasis for some of my cash outs. It's been fine. Haven't had a problem with it. In Dubai. It's a good time. Michael, Lark, if nothing else, has certainly managed to make us smile during what has been an otherwise fairly depressing. Dude, thank you. I'm trying. I know it's rough, guys. I'm here with you. We're here every day. Okay. Here every day, showing up, talking, and sign of the times, man. It's not many people watching this video right now. Pretty quiet live stream, to be honest. So, you know, shout out to all you guys for coming, but people are giving up. People are hurt, man. The last month, last 6 weeks have been utterly brutal on people in the market. Really, a lot of people have just been savaged super hard. Okay. So if you're still here, if you're still surviving in these markets, then give yourself a pat on the back, a hug or something, because honestly, it's been rough. It has been really rough for a lot of people. So, you know, if you're still here, still surviving, you guys are doing good. Okay. Let me see here. Gonna have to start hooking again. Oh, geez. I guess it's always always a possibility, isn't it? Someone asked about Litecoin. Well, let's bring Litecoin charts up here. Why not? I'm out of my Litecoin currently, by the way. I want to see it show a little more strength, get at least back up at the 20-day or the 200-day. Here, I think you're asking about the simple moving average. Let's bring that up here. Throw the 200-day on here. Just quick there. Yep, currently, oh, geez. I'll just make that a bit easier to see, shouldn't I? There we go. Okay. Look, so you can see, let's move this line here. You can see it's basically been being nonstop rejected at the 200-day simple moving average, which, you know, that might be a, let's try to find some bullish copium in here. Maybe this will finally get taken out. Enough rejections here and it finally gets taken out. You know, it's weakening resistance. Probably going to get rejected here, especially considering the fact that this is actually forming into a bearish rising wedge pattern. We need stock markets to get it up, man. Somebody's inject some Viagra in the S&P 500 so it can whoop, and we can start seeing crypto do something again here. Again, guys, the next few weeks, I think we should generally assume that for the next, maybe the next month, maybe next 6 weeks, you might have some pretty choppy, rough conditions here in the markets until we start catching up to global M2 and till the next rate cuts come in, et cetera, et cetera. So just keep that in mind here. Let's actually just throw the Bitcoin weekly chart on here real quick. See where we're at here. Still have a lot of room to correct down on the Bitcoin weekly MACD. So that could go for a little while here before we see a reversal. So you see 29 April 2024 all the way until October. So was that all of May, all of June, all of July, all of August, all of September. 5 months of downtrend. Now, it wasn't all down all the time, right? But if, for perspective, we are now 6 weeks in here. So it might have, I'm not saying it's going to last 5 months again, like it did that time, but I'm just saying that, you know, might take a little while before we fully recover here and markets start just blasting up higher again. Okay. Anyway, continuing. Let's do a couple more questions here, guys. Bitcoin mempool is dead. BTC usually drops when there are no on-chain transactions. Yeah, not a lot of activity going on right now across the entirety of crypto, man, to be honest. Can you do an updated video on how to farm airdrops? So we should do. There's actually some good airdrops out there to farm. Maybe that's the thing we need to do while markets are quiet here. Go farm some airdrops, you know? Lark, you need to bring back the wild shirts. Crypto did better. I'm still young. I'm have to pull one out for old time's sake. Why not? Thoughts on Polkadot? I talked about this a few times. I still went Polkadot last year. No regrets on that. Polkadot's been a funny one, to be honest, because the tech's really good. The guy's really hard working over there, but I feel like the sort of cohesive vision behind Polkadot has not been enough to get markets excited, right? You look at like Solana or Sui, much easier sort of concepts that people get more excited about. Guys, tell me how to check the others versus BTC chart. I usually look at others versus USD, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, for you just usually type it in. Not something I think about, to be honest, the others versus Bitcoin. These are times where millionaires are made, and these are times that really test your resolve. Amen to that. Tough market conditions are definitely what separates the long-term winners from the people who just don't make it, to be honest, because these are tough times. Buy some Cardano. It's oversold. You know, Cardano is such a funny one, man. It's really just like Cardano's like a cult meme coin that's got its own blockchain. Really. No, we're like, really? I like trashing on Cardano again. You guys know I love Cardano. You guys know I love Charles. Okay, but just like look at the valuation of Cardano and then look at the actual like on-chain activity and stuff like that. That's, you know, there's a reason why I've got big back Sonic. Metrics popping off the charts, total value locked, users, all this, boom, app revenue going crazy. Compare it to Cardano, which has 20 or 30 times the market cap. And it's almost a ghost town over there on Cardano. I'm not saying there's nothing happening on Cardano. I'm just saying the total daily DEX volume, the app revenue, all this stuff is abysmally low considering the big market cap of it. But it's a cult meme coin, essentially. And because of that, it's going to keep getting play. It's going to keep getting attention. Once a country or state gets caught buying Bitcoin for the reserves, could that restart the bull run? I think if there's a lot of big catalysts that could really hit crypto specifically. I mean, guys, Donald Trump literally came out and said, we're launching a strategic reserve for Bitcoin, and we're going to keep Bitcoin we have. We're going to find a bunch of ways to buy more Bitcoin. The market's like, oh, that sucks. Let's sell our Bitcoin. Okay, fine. Realistically, the US is going to buy Bitcoin. Okay. It's something the administration is working on. It's something they're going to do. And if you're buying Bitcoin today, you are front running the USA buying Bitcoin because they will. They've talked about it. They're working on it. It's going to happen. China's probably going to buy Bitcoin too because they can't let the Americans have it all. Big things are happening, guys, and that's going to get us to 250K. Or you have this guy, this trader who called perfectly the 84K close for Bitcoin on the 14th of March. Well, that dude says we're going to 440K. And I was thinking about that 440K, like that's a fucking ridiculous number. But then I was thinking, you know what? If we get Bitcoin strategic reserve bill and China comes out and like you could, you know, chart wise, it doesn't make that much sense from all the charts that I've looked at. But okay, you know what? Screw it. If that man, if we were really to go to $440,000 at some point in the next couple of years on Bitcoin, I would probably sell like, I don't know, like half my Bitcoins or something, man. It's like at that point, it's like, okay, I believe Bitcoin's gonna go to $1 million. Like, but like, you know, maybe just take some off the table. Don't need that extra double on top, you know. Rebuy in the bear market, obviously, but if it gets that kind of like redonkulous overvaluation in the short term, like, yeah, again, I believe Bitcoin goes to $1 million, but I think that's like some years down the line, guys. Anyway. My bro ain't happy with Dot on the one who told him about it. Can you still see Jupe reaching $20? Man, we need some good risk on attitudes for that shit to happen. You know, I've been slightly disappointed by the performance of Jupe. Now, I unstaked my Jupe, which I guess was a mistake in hindsight because I was thinking, I'm going to unstake it and hopefully a better market condition. No. Market conditions are absolutely fucked right now. And I'm not going to sell my Jupe here. So it's like I've unstaked it. Now I've got my Jupe freed up, but for what point? Should have stayed in, got the next level of staking rewards because staking rewards, especially considering the amount of Jupe I have, is like very nice. Let's put it that way. But I guess I'm missing out on this round's staking rewards. If the market stays shit for a while, I guess I'll also have to restake and wait for things to get better. I'm closing out on some rental properties next week, about to have a big old bag of dry powder to probably do something stupid with. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. There's a reason why I think only Bitcoin should be in the reserve. I can kind of jive on the whole crypto stockpile, like whatever we confiscate from, you know, hackers and stuff, we'll keep that. But in terms of strategic reserve, I really think Bitcoin's the only thing that really should be in a strategic reserve. Not XRP, not Litecoin, not Dogecoin, not Ethereum, not Solana. That stuff can be in the digital stockpile. Sure, why not? But a reserve, a strategic reserve that you actually go out and buy more of, I think Bitcoin's the only thing that fits the bill for that, to be honest. If there is one, if you were to sort of tell me, okay, Lark, look, you can only hold one coin for the next 10 years. What's it going to be? It's 100% every time that answer is going to be Bitcoin. There's not a single other coin in this market I'd be comfortable holding for 10 years. There just isn't. Lark, can you flex on us and tell us how many Bitcoin you actually own? No, I appreciate my family's. I understand that being on the internet every day talking about cryptocurrencies, the assumptions might run pretty wild. But I still appreciate my family's safety, to be honest. And there's been far too much crypto-related kidnapping and home invasions. And even though I'm in Dubai, still paranoid. Let's put it that way. So look, more than 0, less than 1 million. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. It's one of those golden rules in Bitcoin. It's like Fight Club, man. You never tell people how many Bitcoin you have. Okay, first rule of Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club: you buy more Bitcoin and don't sell it. Okay, there you go. Matthew says, take profits. You're not going to time the top, ladder out, then ladder back in. Yep. Laddering's pretty effective, man. Laddering is very effective. I wonder if I'd regret selling all the music gear to invest in crypto this summer. Well, you know, when it comes to selling stuff, Vance, is that like stuff like you play music all the time and like, you know, something you're passionate about? You're going to sell that to potentially lose all your money investing in speculative assets? You know, keep your passion, man. Or is that sort of just stuff that you don't really use anymore? Maybe you have sentimental value around it, but yeah, you know, it's just kind of sitting in the garage collecting dust. In that case, why not? Get some Bitcoin, man. Not music gear collection selling advice, obviously. I won't kidnap you, Lark. That's been crazy, actually. If you like the amount of like kidnappings that have happened in like France in particular seems really bad right now. There's been a huge amount of kidnappings in France. The co-founder of Ledger got his fingers cut off. Like some crypto YouTuber guy from France had like his little brother like kidnapped, and they found him in the back of a car somewhere alive. But like, holy shit! Seriously, Dubai for the win, man. Dubai for the win. You holding any Sui, mate? No. But you know, if I were to see Sui get back down like $1, I'd probably back up the truck and buy, you know, a nice stack of Sui. I think it's a very high potential blockchain. I've got other move-based competitors. I got Big Bag Aptos, for example. But yeah, I don't have any Sui currently. But if it drops further, hey, I'd be a buyer. Why not? I like Sui, by the way. I think those guys are doing great work. I just missed the initial run up. So, you know, the ego gets something like, oh, I could have bought that at 50 cents, 6 months ago. What the heck, anyway. Ledger's co-founder won't be updating any more ledgers. They won't kidnap you for your fart coins. Well, if they go to 0, they won't. That's for sure. Jeez Louise. Do you like Solana long-term? Yeah, I think long-term it probably does pretty well. Obviously, it's getting a huge amount of adoption. It needs to grow beyond the meme coin casino thing, though. And the meme coin casino is a big use case. So it's good. It's good to have use cases. That's why Ethereum did well in 2017, 2020, and 2021, because there were use cases. There were things that do on Ethereum. But Solana's come in and said, hey, you can do more stuff over here for a fraction of a penny. And people like that. ETH to 8K. Keep believing, man. Believe in the dream. Believe in the dream. I don't have my Ethereum anymore, by the way. I feel like it's been just, I don't know, been some rough stuff going on. I'm not anti-ETH, but you got to keep it sort of real on how lame its performance has been. And I know we're in a bad market situation right now where the price is pretty rough for basically everything in the market. But I feel like ETH has been performing the worst of all, and it's been performing bad for a long time. Didn't even get close. I mean, it kind of got 20% away from previous highs, but shit. Anyway, we're going to finish up there for today, guys. You guys are awesome. I love you guys very much. Thank you for joining today's stream. We'll be back on Monday with more good times. I'll see you then. Peace.